This video is an introduction to lesson 1.2, which is about types of data. This is based on section 1.2 in the Essentials of Statistics text by Mario Triola, 6th edition. And these PowerPoint slides are based on PowerPoint slides provided by Pearson, the publisher of our text, and then modified by me. I'm Miss Townsend. And this is section 1.2 in an Introduction to Statistics chapter. So in the last lesson, we talked about statistical and critical thinking. In this lesson, we're going to talk about types of data. Specifically, we're going to focus on these learning outcomes. The first learning outcome is to distinguish between a parameter and a statistic. I'll define exactly what that means in a little bit. Then we also want to distinguish between what are called quantitative data and categorical or qualitative data. And then within the quantitative data category, we want to distinguish between discrete data and continuous data. And then finally, we want to determine whether certain statistical computations are appropriate for a given data set. And that has to do with labeling that data set with its appropriate level of measurement. So we're going to describe the 4 levels of measurement. We'll classify data at an appropriate level. And then we'll identify the types of computations that are appropriate at each level of measurement. If you're saying to yourself, why should I learn this? That sounds really dry. The truth is that the one major use of statistics is to collect and use sample data to make conclusions about populations. So we're going to have all of this information, and our goal is to be able to say something about the population that we sampled from. And understanding these types of data and levels of measurement is going to allow us to determine which statistical methods are appropriate in our analysis. If we use inappropriate statistical methods, we might get numbers and then we might misinterpret them. So it's really important that we know what level, what type of data we're looking at, what level of measurement that data is at, so that we can use appropriate statistical tools. Now the next video will cover learning outcome number 1, which is distinguishing between a parameter and a statistic.